it became very clear to me that there are two types of people in the world. People who care about people and people that don't. And the people that don't started some hateful rhetoric surrounding immigrants and immigration in our country. So I would like to talk to you about how you can use food to start to rebalance that view. So I'm going to do that by telling you two stories, two food stories. The first one, I was in Brisbane, Australia, walking the streets about 1:30 in the afternoon looking for a place to eat, and I see an area full of Indian restaurants. And there's a really small one. And there's a blackboard sign that says masala dosa. So as I'm looking at it, an Indian lady in a sari walks up and says, I said, "You still serving dosa?" She says, "No, but we have a thali plate. Would you like that?" I says, "Yes." I go inside. She lays down this brilliant green banana leaf in front of me, because that's my plate. Brings over a tray, and she dips into the first container, and it's an Indian condiment called a pickle. Puts the pickle down and says, "You know why pickle is served first?" I said, "No, why?" She said, "Because it's very salty, it'll make you salivate, and you will never choke on your food." Next, she puts something in a little plastic cup and she sets it down. She says, "And this is dessert. We always serve it next because we should all remember that life is sweet." So 5 more dishes, stories with them. She took me on a cultural journey. I felt a connection with her and her culture. And I felt welcomed, and dare I say, I felt loved. Now, about a month after the last presidential election, my wife and I returned from some travels hungry. So we decided to go to our favorite Mexican storefront place. And going in, I knew that the whole Hispanic community was feeling a bit downtrodden and beat up because of the conversations that occurred in our country. And so the first thing I did was ask the proprietor, I said, "How are you feeling since the election?" And he goes, "I'm doing okay, I'm taking it day by day." And that's what he said, but that's not the body language I observed. So I next asked if I could use a credit card. He says, "No, just cash or check." He says, "But please, just eat. Come next time you're driving by, drop off the money." I said, "Great." I ate, I went right to Walgreens, I went to an ATM, and I went to the liquor department, and I bought a 5th of Patron Silver tequila. I went back into the restaurant, I put the 20 down and the tequila down. He was standing there with, I think, this is his uncle, an older gentleman, and he goes, "What's this?" And I says, "Well, the 20 is for the delicious meal you made me, and the tequila is just a gift. It's a gift because I want you to know that I and a lot of people in this country really care about you." And as soon as I said that, both of them teared up. And then because I'm an old softy, I teared up. So we shared a moment of sadness brought on by a country that had lost its balance. So raise your hand if you've eaten at an Indian restaurant or shopped at an Indian grocery store. Raise your hand if you've gone into a Middle Eastern restaurant or Middle Eastern grocery store. Raise your hand if you've been in an Ethiopian restaurant tearing off pieces of injera and eating food with your fingers, right? So those places are cultural education centers. So what we have to do is get past our fear of things that are different. People and foods, go there, engage those people in conversations. And if you do, you might be touched, or you might touch someone. Because I know that eventually love is going to take care of the hate that's going on in this country. And it's only by loving each other that we can rebalance how we feel about immigrants and immigration. Thank you.